We're here with David Cook from 3M at the BICSI Winter 2016 conference. And David, I understand you're going to give us a walkthrough of 3M's Passive Optical LAN solution.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. We're happy to be at BICSI, and we have many new products in the Passive Optical LAN area, and be happy to share those with you. This is the system overall, which starts over here on the left with the rack mount products, and also have various wall mount, ceiling box, and outlets. So I'd be happy to go through what a passive optical LAN is and talk a little bit about the various components that make up that system.
Sounds great.
Passive optical LAN has a very big advantage in that it is completely a single mode fiber system that takes fiber from the main equipment room and your main distribution frame all the way out to the end user at the workstation. And so it can eliminate all closets if that is a desire, and using single mode fiber we're able to extend very high bandwidth over 12 miles distance. So that means that you can put your main switch and your main distribution frame in one central location in a campus, and then be able to extend fiber to all the various buildings and the users in a very compact and centralized system. That's going to reduce closets, it's going to reduce heating, air conditioning, it can greatly reduce your space and greatly reduce your costs. So we see it as a very big advantage of being able to use fiber in this application. So what I'd like to do is start over here with the rack area. We have a demonstration of LAN in your main distribution frame here. And this is a piece of equipment that is called an optical line terminal, or OLT. This one is provided to us by Telads, which is one of the companies that is very active in the passive optical LAN marketplace. One port here can then be connected into an MPO fan out, so that this provides a backbone out to your intermediate distribution frames should you decide to use intermediate frames. So 12 ports on the front would allow you to interconnect each of your ports on your equipment, and then on the back side of this equipment we have a 12 fiber cable that then is your backbone, and that cable would be extended through your riser up to a MPO fan out in your intermediate distribution frame. From there we connect this one port from our MPO over to a splitter. The splitter is really the heart of the system for the passive optical LAN. That's because the splitter then takes the optical signal and splits that out to the various workstations, and basically replaces any of the intermediate electronic switching equipment. And that's why we call it a passive optical LAN, is because we're reducing the amount of electronics and removing those intermediate switches out in the IDF area. From this 1x32 splitter, I've simply patched this over to a patch panel, and from here I can then move from my patch panel to my horizontal cabling. There's a couple of different ways we can do horizontal cabling. One way is through pre-terminated cables, and represented here with this more white cable, and those pre-terminated cables then pulled through the horizontal can be pulled out towards your workstations, and then feed into the various outlets at the workstation locations. Another possibility would be to pull multi-fiber cables out to that area and then put a small patch panel and field mount connectors. 3M provides both the pre-terminated cables, should that be a desire, or we can also use field terminated connectors, and 3M provides both no polish type splice-on connectors, and also one that we call a crimp lock plus, which allows you to crimp a connector on very quickly and efficiently at that workstation. Another possibility for POL would be to do a zone architecture, And here we show, again, an optical line terminal that's provided by Zone. They also are very active in the marketplace, and each of their ports can then be connected to perhaps a patch panel, and that patch panel then could run out to a distribution box, and here we have a wall mount. And so the splitters have moved beyond the IDF, and we've put the splitters out towards the workstation and can place those into a wall box that's locked and available to the IT administrator. And here we're showing the 1x32 splitters being fed from the main distribution frame all the way out towards the work area. And those splitters can then feed the various outlets at the workstation.